Hey there, how's it going? Well, I'm making this video on the phone because right now I am using OBS to record Ben Shapiro's speech at Berkeley. I rewound it to the beginning and of his speech, and I'm recording it from there because it will take a long time for it to become available as a 1080p file. After, when it starts to process, it'll take a long time. So I'm just recording it this way. And one of the things that he's talking about right at the beginning, and he seems to be kind of spot on. He seems to be spot on when it comes to how people are being mislabeled as fascist, racist, white supremacists. He's being labeled as a white supremacist, even though he's Jewish. He's even wearing the Jewish hat. I forget what it's called. I forgot how to pronounce it. Almost sounded like I said Comic-Con, right? Yarmulke? Maybe that's it. Anyway, I don't know the name of the hat, but he's wearing one of those, and he regularly speaks against the actual white supremacists. White supremacists can't stand him. Last year he was targeted to extremes by white supremacists, so it's funny when he gets labeled that way. It seems the new definition of white supremacy is anything that doesn't criticize white people, white culture, anything white. If there's something that benefits everyone and that includes white people, then it must be white supremacy. That's kind of the mindset that's floating around. And it's messed up. When it comes to what is being labeled fascist, I can't claim that I haven't been guilty of lumping some of the Trump supporters in with fascism, when it's not exactly that. What it is Dominionism and reconstructionism. And that's this belief that this country should be based on Christian values. It's the people who believe strongly, this is one nation under God, and they forget that was added in the 50s to the pledge, and that In God We Trust was added to all of our money. It was on some of our money starting in the late 1800s, but in the 1950s, In God We Trust was added to the rest of our currency. And that kind of mindset that just acts like they want to forget history, and they want to act like that's what this country is always supposed to stand for. And it's just, people who essentially want to rewrite history. They want to rewrite they want to get rid of the wall between church and state. And that's kind of scary, and that's something that I think we should be speaking against. But that's not how it's being argued. It's all, oh, you're a bunch of white nationalists, you're white supremacists, you're fascists, you're Nazis. Just anyone who even slightly disagrees with their views or anything they're saying. If you defend a white person, you're a white supremacist. I mean, that's pretty much what it's boiling down to now, and that's messed up any ability for us to have a reasonable conversation about this. So I guess don't really know where to go from here, but we should label this stuff correctly, and I've been guilty of mislabeling this stuff too. Now, if this sort of dominionism and reconstructionism gets really, really big, and the government starts to really promote this sort of thing, it could be something that people could really call fascist. It's a stretch, it's stretching things, but, it would have to get big enough for it to be called fascism. Right now, it's not, but we're in danger of it becoming big. I don't want to see dominionists and reconstructionists running things. I don't think religion should be running the government. We can see how bad that is. We can see how bad that is in Middle Eastern countries. Doesn't matter whether it's Islam or Christianity or whatever. If it's religion that's making its way into the government, that's bad news. Sorry. Our government is supposed to be secular. The people of this country can be as religious as they want, but as long as we keep the government secular, things are fine.